साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ 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 साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्।
Dear devotees, you are about to embark on the greatest journey of your life, a journey to the core of your inner being. Please, all in a low voice, follow the Omkar and let your mind reach a quietude of silence. All together, let us repeat the Pranava. Please sit up straight, and in the quietness of your mind, hear the sound of your breathing. Breathe in and out, in, out. Now, open your eyes and see the light in front of you. This is the light of a candle. Gaze intently at the light. Now, feel the light shining in the center of your forehead. Now half close your eyes and feel the light in the center of your forehead. Now, let that light come down your neck to the center of your chest. Imagine a flower, a lotus, opening petal by petal to receive the light. Now the light is resting on the lotus. The lotus disappears, only the light remains. But it is no more the light of the candle. It is a round ball of formless light. It is a light of divinity within you. Feel this light now expand, and feel the light going down your body, into your legs, up to your feet. Feel warmth as the light surges through your limbs. And make this mental vow, O Lord, my legs, touched by the light of your divinity, will always take me only to places of goodness. Feel the light surging upwards, up into your chest, around your shoulders, and down into your arms and fingers. Feel the warmth as this light surges through you. Make this mental vow, O Lord, my arms, touched by the light of your divinity, will only yearn to do what is good. Now feel the light surging upwards into your neck and into your face, into your head, and the light now shines in your eyes. Make a vow. My eyes must yearn to see only what is good. Feel the light now shining in your ears. My ears must yearn to hear only what is good. Feel the light now shining on your lips. My lips must yearn to only speak what is good. Now, feel this light now shining into your whole body. The light illumines the body. In your mind, repeat the words, the light is in me. Now feel the light expand. Expand, and you are now sitting in a ball of light, in a cone of formless light. Let your mind say, the light is within me, I am in the light. Feel a thrill of this light, and now feel this light expanding and filling this entire room with a divine glow. And let this light now go beyond this room, beyond and beyond, spreading ever further to this whole country, and beyond this country, beyond oceans and beyond nations. Let this light flow ever outwards to encompass the whole world. Now, imagine yourself, not your physical body, but an inner being within you, like a gigantic divine form, sitting on the globe, and the light of your divinity, the light of your love, encompassing the whole world. Stay for a moment, thrilled in that thought. Now, bring into your mind's eye and send your light of love to all the creatures of the world, all the animals and insects, creatures that fly or crawl. All of them are God's creatures. Send your light of love now to those whom you dislike or whom you think dislike you. Send your love, send your light of love to them. The same Atma in you is also in them. Let them feel the radiance of your light. Let them feel the radiance of your love. Now, into your mind's eye, bring those you love, your spouse, children, relations, friends, whoever. Bathe them with the divine glow of your love. Feel oneness with the whole world. Feel at peace with yourself. And now, look inside you. Can you imagine? Do you see a ball of light within you? In this ball of light, bring in the form of the Ishtadeva, the divine being that you love and worship. See this form smiling within you. See this divine form raise his hands in blessing. You have shared your love with the world. Now, receive the blessing and darshan of the divine within. Stay for a moment, thrilled in this thought that you and he are one.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्रीभास्कराय विद्महे साईदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमात्मनाय विद्महे हिरण्यगर्भाय धीमहि तन्नः सत्यः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala salah. الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
आज्ञा भैया काल की कभी चलायो बंद, सब सीखन को कब है गुरु मानियो ग्रंथ। गुरु ग्रंथ जी मानियो प्रगट पुराण की ने, जो प्रभु को मिल वो चाहे खोज शब्द मिले। राज करेगा खालसा आकी रहे न कोई, वार हुए सब मिलेंगे बचे शरण जो होए। वाहे गुरु नाम जहाँ जहे चढ़े सो तेरे पार, जो शरदा कर सेव दे गुरु पार उतारन हार। जो शरदा कर सेव दे गुरु पार उतारन हार। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धर्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि। ॐ नमो अरिहन्ताय, ॐ नमो सिद्धाय, ॐ नमो आर्याय, ॐ नमो गजाय, नमो ये सब साधुर्णं, ये स्वपञ्च नमो कायो, सर्व पावनाशयो मंगलानं च सर्वेषु, परमं भवयेयमङ्गलम्।
साधनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत ऋषभे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्या यातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीली यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवान् गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसि पुरुषैं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्चावधामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत अद्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक् अहीगश्च सर्वा आञ्जम्भयन् सर्वा आश्रयातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिताः सहस्रशो वै शागुं हेड ईमहे असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीडुषे अतो ये अस्य सत्त्वानो हन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोराग्नियोर्जाम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवतत्य धनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु धे निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विजन्धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः याते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्वायुधायानातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निदेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः।
अत्रीणात्वा कृमे हन्मि कण्वेन जमदग्निना विश्वावसोर्ब्रह्मणा हतः कृमीणागुं राजा अप्येषागस्थपतिर्हतः अथो माताथो पिता अथो स्थूरा अथो क्षुद्राः अथो कृष्णा अथो श्वेताः अथो आशातिका हताः श्वेताभिः सह सर्वे हताः आहरावद्य श्रितस्य हविषो यथा तत्सत्यं यदमुय्यमस्य जम्भयोः आदधामि तथा हि तत् खण्फण्मृषि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
I offer my loving and humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Jai Sai Ram to you all. Today we're going to be celebrating the Chinese New Year, and it's my job this evening to give you the message of the Chinese New Year and why it's celebrated in China and how it's the biggest social and economic holiday of the year in China. So let's dive in deep to the mystery of the Chinese New Year, the mythology behind it, and also what our Bhagwan says about the Chinese New Year. Sairam, sit back and enjoy the ride. So the Chinese New Year, according to the Gregorian calendar, is dated to be celebrated in between the 21st of January and the 19th of February. Gregorian calendar came about in the 16th century, but according to Chinese legend, their calendar dates back all the way to 14 BC, so very much before the Gregorian calendar. And in all honesty, the Chinese New Year, the celebrations as we know them to be, are very pompous, very energetic. You've seen all the pictures, you've seen the videos, you've seen it be celebrated in many different countries, and it's very similar. But in ancient China, it started off as a day of fear. So let's go back to those times where there was more fear around than celebration. Now, it all started in the high mountains of ancient China. So everyone knew about a terrible beast that lived up in the ancient mountains, high above sea level. There were villages up there as well. And a lot of people, as I said, they lived in fear at this time of year. Everyone knew about this ferocious beast. It would come down on the eve of the Chinese New Year. Ferocious beast. Its name was Nian. It would come down at night into villages, reap terror, cause havoc, kill people, ruin houses, destroy farms. Every year, the villagers really trembled with fear. Some villagers even fled their houses because they didn't want to be anywhere near this ferocious beast. They fled for their lives. And those who stayed, they put out the lights, they sat in darkness, and they remained really quiet, trembling with fear, as I said. Imagine that. On what's meant to be what we know now as the happiest day of the year, these guys spent it in absolute fear and terror. Hurry! Put out the lights! Hide! Don't let him catch us! They hid like this. One of the biggest celebrations, or the signs of celebration, is calligraphy. Now you'll see it everywhere at the front door of any establishment, house, anywhere in China at all during this time. Now, the calligraphy that you'll normally typically see is the word called Fu, which means fortune, which means good luck. Now, there was once a time in the Ming Dynasty where the emperor, in celebration of the Chinese New Year, directed everybody to write the word Fu on red paper and stick it on their doors. This was a direct order to everyone in the province, and he sent his guards to go and check that everyone had done this. So they wanted to maximize probably on good fortune in the province, and as a result, the guards went and checked every house. Now they found this one house in which they had painted the word Fu upside down. And the emperor was very angry, and he ordered the guards to seize them, and they were punishable by death. That's what the punishment was. Until the empress intervened. Now the empress was there, and she gave an explanation for this. She said that although they've written it upside down in Chinese is pronounced as Dao. Now the word Dao is also a homophone. It is pronounced the same way, but it has a different meaning to another word, like flower, flower. So in this sense, Dao meant upside down, but it also meant here. Therefore, they were seeking fortune to be here in the province. And this is the explanation that she gave, that although it was upside down, it still applied as please fortune, come here. Now the emperor accepted this explanation from the empress, and that family was saved from death. Now, everywhere you go, as a result of this, in China, you will see the word Fu written upside down everywhere, in remembrance of the kindness of the empress and in celebration of fortune. Gifts, as I said before, are also exchanged during the New Year. In Chinese tradition, they're given in red packets. According to legend, there used to be an evil spirit named Sui. It would appear on New Year's Eve and pat the head of sleeping children 3 times. The children would end up with a fever. Even if they recovered from the fever, they would never be the same again. One couple gave their child coins one evening. When that child went to sleep, they put the coins on red paper next to their pillow. When Sui came that night, the coins flashed and it frightened Sui away. From that moment on, all parents in China would give children money wrapped in red paper on every New Year's Eve. Notice how Chinese tradition is very similar to our own. There's always a tale behind every tradition, and sometimes it involves evil. But there's also a story around the Chinese zodiac and how it was formed. It doesn't contain any evil in it, and I'm pretty sure majority of us, we know this story. But let's go through it anyway, in my own style, in the lad style. In Chinese culture, the zodiac is made up of 12 different animals. These originate from the story involving a race to the Jade Emperor's palace. So many people wonder how the rat won. The rat came in first place in that story. But that's because he's a cunning fellow. The cat and the rat were actually supposed to go together, but the cat overslept because the rat had slipped something into its tea the night before. Then on the way, the rat ran into the ox and they struck up a deal. Ox would carry the rat over water, whilst the rat would sing for him. With rats encouraging singing, they quickly made it to the finish line. But just as they were crossing over, the rat jumped down from the ox's head and landed in front of the ox and crossed the finish line in first place. Cunning. The tiger and rabbit arrived soon after. Dragon could have been earlier, but he took a detour to save a village from a flood. Snake arrived at the same time, but he was too small to be seen at first. And then horse and goat travelled together, but horse was a bit faster, crossing the finishing line. The monkey, the rooster and the dog, they arrived together after helping a god in another country. Pig's home was destroyed by a wolf, so it had to be rebuilt before Pig could even enter the race. And that's the story of the Chinese zodiac. So we have seen now the traditions, the norms, and in a general gist, we understand that the Chinese culture heavily revolves around a familial tradition, in which they bless each other for good fortune and luck and prosperity. The first Chinese New Year celebrations were held in 1997 in Puttaparthi. In that celebration, it was said that for the people of the West coming to seek spirituality in India, nothing is new. But this has been going on for over 100 years now. But never in the history of human civilization have we seen Africans coming to India seeking a living God, Japanese coming to India seeking a living God. Never have thousands and thousands of Chinese flocked to India seeking a living God. This is the first time in the history of the world that this phenomenon has taken place. Swami said in 1997, embodiments of love. There is no need to celebrate the new year. Every second is the beginning of a new year. People celebrate year after year of New Year days, but there is no change in their lives. The body grows from year to year, but the lifespan is ebbing away at the same time. People should be concerned about this. Time is most precious. God is the overlord of time. Time wasted is life wasted. Never waste time, because lost time is beyond recall. Do not waste time in idle gossip. Today you're celebrating the new year instead of thinking about God, who presides over the passage of years. God is the basis for all that exists. Rely on God rather than things which are dependent on God. Develop self-reliance rather than the basis of faith in God. This was the lesson which Jesus taught to a man who was starving. On the first day, Jesus gave the man some fish to eat. The next day, Jesus met that man and asked him, "You ate the fish that I gave you yesterday. How are you going to get your meal today? How long am I going to have to relieve you of your hunger by giving you fish every day? You must know how to secure fish to appease your own hunger. Then you'll have no need to depend on others. What everyone has to learn today is how to be self-reliant and not to depend on others. Everything in life is nothing but a reflection of your own thought and deed of your earlier life or lives. You pretend happily to think that no one can notice you, but God within you knows full well all of your thoughts, your feelings, and your deeds. God is everywhere. You cannot hide anything from Him. One day or another, you must face the consequences of your actions. This is the supreme truth. You think and blame somebody else, holding him responsible for your troubles. You're thoroughly mistaken here. Your actions are responsible for both the good and the bad that you experience in life. God is an eternal witness of all human activities. He created the world and gave it to man for his own enjoyment, but on one condition, that he must face the consequences of his own actions. God is like the postman. He is least bothered about the contents of the letters that he hands over to people. It is all a matter of the relationship that exists between you and the one who writes you a letter. God is not concerned in any other way about the matter. Well, you receive a wedding card. You don't pay compliments to the postman, do you? If you receive a threatening letter from someone, you don't blame the postman either. The postman is merely an instrument in the process of delivering letters, but prayer does help you to withstand tensions and problems with courage. Intense prayer, deep devotion, strong faith, sincere repentance, constant yearning and supreme love for God can alter the sequence of events in life. They can make even God reverse his own will. Take, for example, the life of Markandeya. Fate granted him only 16 years of life, but his devotion to Lord Shiva was so intense that he made him immortal. God had to review and revise his own master plan in response to the prayers of Markandeya. Take another example. There is a prisoner punished according to the laws of the penal code. During the period of imprisonment, if the character and conduct of the prisoner are found to be good, and if he follows all the rules, regulations, and code for discipline imposed by the jail authorities, there is scope for the reduction of his jail term. There is another point that you should note. Suppose the appeal of the person in a criminal case is lost in all the courts, from the district court, from the district level to the High Court, even the Supreme Court, and when punishment like death sentence or life imprisonment becomes imminent and inevitable, the President of India can still order his release from jail on the grounds of mercy for special reasons. Similarly, you are bound to suffer and destined to face difficulties as a result of your past actions. God, in response to your sincere prayer and repentance, will change the course of your life and save you from your suffering. God confers special grace on you, being pleased with your single-minded devotion to Him. Jai Saram, everybody.
Sai Deva
Saai
offer my most loving and humble pranams at the Divine Lotus feet of our dearest Swami. Here are the announcements for today. We would like to welcome you to our study circle on Friday the 28th of January at 7:30 p.m. Our topic is being positive in daily life. Let us all delve deep into Swami's messages, look at research done, share our experiences and be inspired. We look forward to seeing you. The Sri Sathya Sai Organization, United Kingdom, would like to invite all office bearers, current, outgoing and new, and active workers to participate at the National Office Bearers and Active Workers Conference 2022. This will be the first national face-to-face event in 2 years and a golden opportunity to meet, greet, eat and be blessed. The conference will include inspiring talks, workshops, musical program, interactive sessions. It will give everyone the opportunity to share their experiences and explore ways to take our sacred organization forward. Let's come together as a nation and delve into our Bhagwan's message to all humanity. If you have any questions to be addressed at the conference, please send them in advance to events@srisatyasai.org.uk. The conference will take place on Saturday 19th of February from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at Bushey Arena, London Road, Bushey, WD 23 3AA. Should there be any changes to the conference not happening in person, we will keep you informed. It is very important you register for this event as spaces are limited. The registration link for this event is shown on the poster shown on the screen. The closing date for registration is 5th of February 2022. For any further information, please contact any of your centre coordinators. Jai Sai Ram.
स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक परति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकर साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगलारति मंगलारति मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम शांति शांति शांति
समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्
समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति